I've recently come to the disturbing revelation that we are all doomed in our sense of relations with one another. Simply put, our inability to love properly. I intend to explore this disturbing conduct which brings us further and further from our truth of love, of intimacy, of passion, of humanity. These are the 5 deadly love languages. One instance of this love is the giving of gifts. As seen here, we may enjoy food or jewelry or other trinkets from our loved ones, but the fact remains that there is nothing between these individuals. This adds a level of superficiality which is unparalleled outside of the other love languages. Even our most cherished companions may not receive our actual love when we are unable to convey this. Gifts are tailored to one's taste, a taste that is always changing and, more importantly, a taste that is fickle in many ways. Another language is our time. As we develop our relations with one another, we must also devote a piece of our life to another. This piece gets larger and larger as time goes on. More and more of ourselves absorbed into shared time, the time of another. This means our self becomes less accounted for. Funny how that is. The more we invest ourselves in other people, the less of our self is realized. Where was I? Yes, time. Time becomes irrelevant as soon as we use it to love one another. After the first bouts of pubescent wondering, we begin to understand what it is to yearn for physical intimacy. This is to be the closest 2 humans can physically get, becoming literally intertwined. But more than anything, the act of sex can be the least intimate part of a physical encounter. Humans use the act of sex to avoid true intimacy, instead hiding behind physicality without the emotional nakedness which makes intercourse feel euphoric. This then excuses the relationship from becoming truly intimate. Physically, a long embrace or a pair of hands intertwined seems to be more of a connection than any sexual encounter. We also have this devotion to one another in the form of action. Not action in the physical sense as I've just discussed, but rather action in the assistance to our loved ones. Moments like this, we find ourselves enraptured with our lovers. Their acts of kindness, of service I suppose, kindle a fire within us. Not to burn, but to keep us warm. But as we are a summation of our actions, we can easily become dissatisfied with one another. We examine one another's actions and pick out every flaw. But perhaps the deadliest of all the love languages is language itself. When we look to our partner and say, "I love you," this could mean a myriad of things. I love how you look. Your smile makes me smile. You treat me so well. I'm so alone. Words are flimsy, utterly inconsequential when we look at them closely under a microscope. This is why people have so many regrets. Our words remain, but their meaning fluctuates. You cannot win. When we pick apart the spine of language, the bones are hollow.